Hey people, Todd Bishop here from Cruise Ship Drummer. This is just a little bit of a practice pad video. I'm going to hit some pages from the book Patterns, Volume 2, Stickings by Gary Chaffee. Um, you know, Nothing much to it. I'm just going to hit the pad and you hear my metronome going. Those are quarter notes. If you get out your copy of the book, we're starting on page 7. And I'm just doing a little bit of practicing, warming up. You can check out my technique with accents. Not a lot to see because there's not a lot of action here, but it's all right. I'm just doing a little bit of warming up. Here we go. This would be page 9 in Chaffee. Last line again. This is page 11. This is Gary Chaffee, Patterns, Volume 2, Stickings. This is page 11. over with that one. These Gary Chaffee studies, he tries to hide the bar line. It's not normal stuff for any time signature that we're in here. That last one was in 6/4. Most of these have been in 4. This next one's in 3. He really messes with you. This is page 13. You notice I'm starting these all with my right hand and with my left hand. Next one. This is a full page study on page 14. It's in 5/4 time. You'll be hard pressed to count that throughout. It's a nightmare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. I'm going to set this next one slower. The meter is 12/8 time, so I want to do this at a more reasonable tempo. Still a little bright for me. restart. Yeah, these things are messed up. He's a funny writer, Gary Chaffee. The book is Patterns, Volume 2, Stickings. It's a lot of very odd stuff, very Zappa-esque, a lot of it. This is all the build up to the heavy stuff that we're looking at here. A lot of really oddly timed accents in 12/8. Let's do that one again. This is page 15, study number 2, accents in 12/8 time. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This next one is in 4/4, 16th notes. I'll slow it down just a little bit more, just to give me a chance to get all these funny accents. 2, 3, 4. Same thing leading with the left. And this next one is in 15/16 time, which just means it's in 3 with a quintuplet subdivision. And I'm going to slow it down a lot because this is hard. I'll probably make a lot of mistakes. 1, 2, 3. Restart there. Let's play that again. I hate 5s, I hate quintuplets. Second line of the piece. moving on. These are 6/8 in 16th notes in 6/8 time here. This is on page 18. The book again is Gary Chaffee, Patterns, Volume 2, Stickings. Page 18, Accents in 6/8. Beginning of that measure. Beginning of that measure. Let's do it again. Beginning of that measure, beginning of that line, actually, 5th line. I am stopping whenever I make a mistake there. So the rest of that stuff that sounds messed up, that's just what's in the thing. It's that's just what he does to us with his writing. This next thing is a real pain in the neck. It's in 14/16 time. It's just in 2 with a 7-note subdivision. And I'm going to mess this up because this is not easy for me. Septuplets. Ducket, 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 ducket. Let's see what we get. Beginning of that measure. Beginning of that line. 3rd line. I'm going to have to set it up a little bit with 2 measures of accented 7s. Here we go. That was a mistake. It is really hard to get the contents of a septuplet. It's just a jumble of stuff. I'm going to start from the beginning of that line again, and I'm going to set it up with 2 beats or 4 beats of accented 7s, just to give myself a fighting chance. This is the 4th line, I think. Yeah, I struggled with this thing. That was correct. I'm going to try to do it one more time and go on. And this is really messed up too. He's laying, I think it's a 5-note pattern within the 7 over 2 measures. He's a real jerk. Here we go again. It was right up until there. I'd made it through the hard part. We'll do it again. And here we go. And it just psychs you out. These things, the quintuplets and the septuplets, you can really not know where the hell you are. You'll have to let your hands do their thing and trust the math to come out. It's a really dumb way to play music, but I'm going to keep working on it. So I'll just keep going. Same line. I'm going to go on to the next line because I'm going to start right on it. This is the third line from the bottom, page 19. Gary Chaffee, Patterns, Volume 2, Stickings, page 19. Third line from the bottom. Mostly right. Beginning the second line from the bottom. That is just hard. Again. The whole deal with accents is that you have to be able to anticipate which hand the accent is going to fall on. And it's really hard with these subdivisions. It's normal stuff if you're doing triplets or sixteenths, quintuplets, and especially septuplets. You have to pencil them in because it's really frigging hard. I'm going to try it again. Here we go. Should be a left-right. Bottom line. That's it. Moving on. 30-second notes, page 20. Again, this is hard to read because it's just a jumble of stuff. He doesn't make it easy to read through these things, but I'm going to do my best. Nope, that line. I don't care about that one very much. The next thing, if you go to page 20 in this book, is a combination of all kinds of different rhythms. 16th notes, sextuplets, triplets, 16th triplets, 32nd notes, septuplets with mixed accents. So it's going to be a real jumble here. This is the type of thing he does. So we'll play through it, and I'll restart as necessary so you hear a clean rendering at least of part of the piece here. Page 21. accuracy wasn't tremendously great on that, but let's do it a little bit faster actually. It's just a hair slow for me. Try it again. Nope. So a little rough at the end. Next page, page 22, is another thing of similar nature, also a little crazy, in 3/4 time, if you can hear it. I'm going to go from that last thing. It was some septuplets again, and it strung me out wrong on the next part. Oh, it's from the septuplets. Second line from the bottom. I'm going to back up a little bit too. There's a passage with some quintuplets, 16th notes, triplets, and then 8th notes. I'm going to play that part again. One more time. I don't know if there's a great value in even going fast with these things or with anything. It's always about placing notes, putting them in time. So if I'm not placing notes accurately at whatever tempo, I'm not happy with it. And that's one thing you're always working on, is just placement of stuff. We're always constructing time here with this instrument. So you got to be placing your stuff. And that's just as much of an area to improve with as speed is, and arguably more relevant to your daily playing life. I'm going to do the next one on page 23, which has got more crazy stuff in it, more so than the last ones. So we'll see how it goes. And there's a lot more dynamics here too, which I'm mostly ignoring. I just want to get the rhythm and the accents right now. And once that's all learned, then you can go through and put the actual true dynamics of it. But here we go. So a little back there, there was a part where it was going from 30-second notes to septuplets, sextuplets, quintuplets, 16th notes, 16th triplets, 16th notes, and then a bunch of 16th triplets separated by a single 16th note, which if you know your rhythm, you know that that sits really funny. I'm going to play that passage again. If you're following along, it's page 23, Gary Chaffee, Patterns Volume 2. So here it goes. That's right. Once more. False downbeat at the end. That is not, there's actually a rest there in the music, but that's tough. Let's see here. Jumping over to later in the book, he's got some these mixed stickings that he does with, in this part, they're single accents and followed by some doubles. I'm going to turn off the click. And there's some 3-note patterns and 5-note patterns and 7-note patterns. So those are used in different rhythms on these following pages, and I'm going to play some of those. First one is in 4/4 time with 16th notes. And let's find a reasonable tempo here, about 100 beats a minute. Let's see. The next one is in 12/8, triplet feel 8th notes. Bump it up a little bit. Once again. He does a lot of stuff in the middle of the triplet, which is a really not a fun spot. The next thing here anyway is in, again, 10/16, counted in 2, quintuplet subdivision. And let's slow it down because it's going to be goofy. Here we go. One more time. That was accurate. I just want to play it again. The next one is in 2116, counted in 3, 7-note subdivision here. And I'm going to slow it down because, again, I hate septuplets and I'm not that good at them. So I'll do my best. It's mostly together, but I'm just following the pattern and praying that it comes out, because I don't know where I am through half of that. I hear that it's lining up. That was the first actual mistake where I stopped there. Let's go up from the beginning of the third line. This is page 36, incidentally, in Chaffee Patterns Volume 2. Let's try again. Let's go from the top, actually. Hell with it. A little raggedy. Let's do it again. Basically there, but not totally with it, because I'm having to use the mathematics to do this. It's hard. Crap, almost had it. A septuplet is not actually that hard to grasp the shape of it. Ducket, 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 ducket. It's got a distinctive shape to it. But just reading it on the page, there's so many notes on there, it's hard to know what part of the thing you're on, what part of the subdivision of the beat here. So we'll keep rolling with it. From the top again. Nope. Second line. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Just constant repetition of that and familiarity. I would probably be working in 7/8 time a lot more, 7/16 time, just to get a better feel for this subdivision. But yeah, whatever. Next thing is another mixed rhythm study using these stickings, and I'm going to bump it up a little bit, but I'm probably going to blow it. Because if you saw this thing, you would not be pleased to be playing it. Mixtures of sixteenths, quintuplets, sextuplets, septuplets. There's 1/8 note triplet. So let's see what we get. I'll call the mistakes as they happen. Right there, third line. mean, that's the easiest part, and I kind of blew it there. All that stuff in the middle was basically accurate. All that fudging around, that was kind of right, and right with the click. Let's play the ending, and then I'm going to do it again. Okay. Yeah, it's 30-second notes the way he writes them. He writes 8 notes with 3 beams all the way across, and it's handwritten, and it looks like real dog food. That's it. Okay. Whole thing once more. Let's try that part again. This is there's a double bar here, and it starts with a sextuplet, quintuplet, sextuplet, septuplet, sextuplet, septuplet, quintuplet, 16th note, 1 beat of each thing. And we're floating these mixed stickings over the top of that. Let's try it again. From the sextuplet. I'm going to start with the right hand. Try it again. Nope. That was more or less, but rough. I'm going to do the whole piece again. It's kind of fun, but it's also nerve-wracking. Nope. That's not it. So now we're going to get into some another group of stickings that are based on paradiddles. There's what we know as paradiddles normally. This is his own system, Gary Chaffee's own system, from Patterns, Volume 2. Very hard, advanced drumming book from the 80s that I've used it for years, but just not recently. So I'm brushing up on it again. These are the group B stickings. They're paradiddles, paradiddle-diddles, an 8-note paradiddle diddle sticking, and then the same ones with the first 2 notes as accents. Paradiddles with the right left as an accent. So those are, I'll play through all of those individually. So I'll do a study now in 3/4 with 16th notes with just the single accents. We'll go faster. Nope. And again. I'm getting lost here because it's hard to focus on this hard stuff for so long. And again, he does not make it easy. He does not really, it's in 3/4, but there's no great reason for it to be because we're not really stating 3/4 time anywhere here. I'll play it again. That's it. Now the two accents in this next study, also in 3/4, also 16th notes. Try again. Yeah, you got to manage your focus when practicing this stuff. You can't just be beating your brains out the whole time. And I'm starting to flag here, but I'm going to push it because what the hell? We're just live streaming, and the stakes are low. So here's the study on page 40 with 16th notes, and let's try to make it through it. That was accurate, so okay. Let's keep rolling. This is a single accent in 12/8, triplet feel in 4. Here we go. Nope. Shit. What happens there? Beginning. All right, we may be drawing to the end of our time with Chaffee today because this is blowing my brain out. It's the sticking is the hard part. Because the stickings are not written in, that's the other thing. So I'm having to extrapolate these as we go. I should have mentioned that. These are just accented notes we're seeing here. We are told that the stickings do fit with it. So try again. keep doing the other stickings with the double, so I'm going to leave this. I'm fed up with it. Let's look at a page of, this is from my own site that I just posted today, from Cruise Ship Drummer, that is my site, .com, and I posted a page of some paradiddle diddle phrases. Let's play that down. It's right there, right at the top of my site, and you can get a free PDF of it, print it out, learn these yourself. There's a little video on YouTube as well that I just did playing through these. So if you don't want to search through the stream to find out, hear somebody playing it, you can look there maybe. Cruise Ship Drummer on YouTube. So here we go, 16th notes in 3/4, paradiddle diddles. And then number 2, 16th triplets. Next one's in 5/8. We'll see if I can lay it over the regular pulse here easily. And then 4/4. And another. Next one, number 6. And this one will be 30-second notes. We'll see if I can do it at this speed. A little fast, but nope, a little bright. It is a paradiddle diddle, 30-second notes, and then followed by a regular paradiddle with a note in between. And again, a different one. Nope. The next one I am going to have to slow down, but I'm going to try it at this speed first, just so you can see me blow it. Almost. That's way too fast. That is a mess. Let's do it again, 90 beats a minute. They don't tell you there's a natural speed limit on these things. You can only play so fast on a drum before it just becomes a long tone. No matter what you're doing inside, it doesn't matter. It just becomes a blur. So that's the deal with that. Here we go. Next one. Next. Next one. And I'm going to check to make sure my phone didn't just die. Apparently not, but we'll continue, and I'm going to wrap it up in just as soon as I get to the bottom of this page. So this is a page of paradiddle diddle phrases, which are now on cruiseshipdrummer.com. I just uploaded it today. And the previous thing you were hearing was a lot of stuff from Gary Chaffee's book, Patterns, Volume 2, the Stickings volume of it. I'm just getting started doing some streaming here. Hopefully we'll see more of this, and hope you enjoy this type of thing. And it's educational and fun, and or not, whatever, I don't know. And yeah, I'm going to finish this page, and then we'll sign off. So thanks for listening, if you have been listening, and visit my site, cruiseshipdrummer.com, and we'll see you the next time around. Here's number 12. This is a weird one too. This is a 9/16 note long pattern repeating over 3 bars of 3/4 time. Let's try it again. That's it once. Nope. I don't know why the repeat is hard on this. Some of these fall on a downbeat, on a beat or on an and some fall on an E or an and that's tricky. Try again. That one was wrong, the rest of them were right. One last time and we're out. All right. Thanks for listening and see you next time. Go to cruiseshipdrummer.com. Follow me if you want to see more of this. We'll probably do some more interesting things, probably more of this with just me practicing and you watching and see what somebody does when they practice. See all the stuff going wrong and right, and just what your own standards for practice should be for what you could be doing and the way you could be doing it and how right or wrong it should be. You know, how many mistakes you should be making. So thanks again. See you next time. cruiseshipdrummer.com.